Hello, fellow artists. This is Linda Riddle, and it's a good time for art. Halloween is over, but I still have lots of pumpkins around my house. Despite the fact that I carved 19 jack-o'-lanterns this year. Whenever I look at a pumpkin, I think of the Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama. Let's take a look at how she explores pumpkins in her sculptures and in her paintings. This is Yayoi Kusama sitting with one of her iconic pumpkin sculptures. And here she is with one of her paintings. I introduced this artist in an earlier video, so if you'd like to learn more about her, I'll attach a link to that lesson. I love the way she expresses herself in her unique personal style, as well as her artwork. Yayoi Kusama is known throughout the world for her obsession with polka dots and her love of pumpkins. She sometimes constructs installations called infinity rooms, using pumpkin sculptures, dots, and mirrors, which create the illusion of infinite space. She creates tiny pumpkin sculptures you can hold in your hand, and giant ones like this pumpkin playhouse. Here is a monumental sculpture on an island in Japan. This pumpkin sculpture is made of bronze. This one has the entire surface covered in mosaic. Mosaic is a technique where small tiles are used to create a design or picture. Here's a mosaic floor from ancient Rome. In this stainless steel sculpture, Yayoi Kusama created a dot pattern by cutting round holes in the surface of the sculpture. Drawing and painting are other ways Yayoi Kusama explores her beloved pumpkins. In these works, she uses bold colors to put intricate dot patterns on the pumpkins, and other kinds of patterns in the background. Yayoi Kusama can teach us that repetition can be a good thing. And when we focus on one subject over and over again, we can discover many different ways to explore it. Here are some of the pumpkins I'm working on. I'm creating dot patterns using stickers. These are little color coding labels that I got from an office supply store. I ordered the black stickers from Etsy. If you take any shape or mark, in this case dots, and repeat it again and again and again, we call it a pattern. When you arrange your dots in a structured way, like I've done here, it's called a regular pattern. When the dots are distributed randomly, like they are here and here, it's called an irregular pattern. You don't have to have stickers to make a pattern on your pumpkin. I'm going to use tempera paint and a pencil eraser to make dots on this mini pumpkin. And because it's a printmaking process, they won't turn out exactly the same, but I think that makes it even more interesting to have a little variety in those dots. I'll let this side dry and then I'll move around and do the rest of the pumpkin. You could also find something else around your house, like this lid to an old marker, and use that with some paint to to make some patterns on your pumpkin. These are all coming out different. You just have to experiment and see what works for you. Or you could just draw your own pattern with a Sharpie, like I'm doing on this one. I just love the jewel-like quality of Yayoi Kusama's mosaic pumpkin. So I was inspired to try to create my own little sparkly pumpkin by gluing some make-believe jewels onto this white pumpkin. And then I discovered that there are actually jewels which are stickers, which look like this, which is much easier than gluing them down. So I thought I would try that on this orange pumpkin. If you've watched any of my color videos, you know that blue is the complementary color of orange, which means that this color should really pop when it's put on the orange pumpkin. This is very easy. Even if you don't have an actual pumpkin sitting around, you can still draw or paint one. I'm going to use colored chalk on black paper. I like to dip my chalk into water when I draw. At first, the colors will look subdued, but they will brighten up once the chalk dries. I'm going to draw a pumpkin with dot patterns and then put other patterns in the background, so the whole page is filled with pattern and color. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yayoi Kusama has inspired me to look at the humble little pumpkin in a whole new way. I hope she's opened your eyes as well. You can share your pumpkin art with all of us at hashtag #GoodTimeForArt. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all for today, but remember, it's always a good time for art.